Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about a Facebook post that I recently put up in a singles group and what I learned from that. Subscribe to our channel for more tips on dating for introverts every Sunday and Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm Dr. Aviva Gaskill. I'm a psychologist who's helped dozens of patients overcome dating challenges. So one day recently, I was really interested in what single people thought and some of their biggest obstacles that they had. And I had a really interesting response when I posted on a Facebook singles group. So I want to share that with you today. Number one, a lot of people, and so if you have this experience, if you have any of these experiences, no, you're not alone. But a lot of people felt like they were bothering someone if they responded to them on a dating site. They actually felt like they were bugging the other person if they had an interest in them. I thought that was so fascinating. And look, folks, the reality is, if someone is on a singles, a dating site, a dating group, anything like that, someone sitting at a bar, they may or may not be single, right? If they're, they're on a single site, more so than not, they're at least looking to date, even if they're not single. But, it's really important for you to know you're not bothering someone by coming up to them and saying hi. And even if you are, they're going to tell you quickly and usually relatively nicely if you're nice, and open and, just kind to them. So I would say approach them with kindness. Hey, I thought you were cute, something like that. Or I noticed you from across the bar, whatever it is. But don't feel like you're bothering other people. They're going to let you know if they're not interested, or they're not going to say anything at all afterwards if they're not interested and not respond to you. And that's okay too. Another thing that I noticed, and this was not a huge surprise to me, but there are a lot of folks out there who are really bitter and angry with dating. They are fed up, they are done with dating sites, and they're feeling really frustrated. I want to say, I understand this feeling. We can all get bitter and angry about things in our life sometimes. And at the same time, being bitter and angry is not sexy. It's not a good look on you, honey. And, people are not going to really respond very well to that overall. I know that you are who you are and you're in the place that you're in, and I appreciate that. But when you were ready to put yourself back out there, you need to try and push the anger and the bitterness aside and try and put your best foot forward. Another thing that I heard feedback from a lot of folks on is that people feel really ugly or unattractive for other reasons. And I get this, right? I understand that not everyone is the most attractive person in the world. And at the same time, I think we all have something to offer. I am not everyone's cup of tea. The way I look is appealing to some people. It's not appealing to other people, and that's okay. You just have to find the people for whom you are appealing. I also will say, I like how Dan Savage talks about this, right? Like there are people who are less attractive, and I get that that can be hard in terms of dating. And at the same time, know that you have a lot of things to offer. Sometimes for a lot of folks, right, like a winning personality can really get you a lot of places in life in spite of how you look. It's also really important to try and make yourself look as attractive as you can. I think that, putting yourself together, again, trying to put your best foot forward in terms of making yourself look and feel attractive, putting on, something that makes you feel like you look good is really important in dating. So another thing that I found from my post is that a lot of people feel alone and they feel like they live very far away. So I did another video on dating if you live in a really rural area. And I think it's also really important to yes, a lot of people are lonely and a lot of people feel alone. But it's important to try and find connection in other parts of your life too, not just in your dating life. It will only help you in your dating life if you can find connections in other parts of your life. The final thing that a few people echoed in the group is that widows and widowers have it really, really hard. If you are someone who has lived through the death of a partner, that can be an excruciating experience. But I think it can be made even more excruciating for some folks when they said that other people were not interested in dating them because they felt like they had too much sadness or they had too much, extra baggage that they were living with because of being a widow or widower. And, on one hand, I appreciate that. And I really empathize with that. And on the other hand, you got to keep putting yourself out there. It's really important. So I wonder if you've had any of the similar kinds of experiences from the things that I learned from when I posted on this Facebook singles group. Please share, comment, like and subscribe to our channel. Would really love to hear more from you. And don't forget to check us out on betmeadate.com to meet all of your dating goals. Like, subscribe, and check out more of our content on BetMeADate at YouTube.